I decided to run because of all the mix-ups in terms of it's going back and forth with the facility planning, and then there's also the problem as far as decline enrollment. There's financial problems as far as making sure the district can make ends meet, and then there's teacher quality. Now, when I say that, from what I understand, there's a number of teachers that are leaving the district, and so we have to find a way to attract good teachers and keep good teachers in the district, and I'm concerned about those things. I actually got my recertification to do subbing, and I started subbing at Logan High School and at Central High School, and it really kind of got my juices going again to say, hey, listen, you got to get involved in the district again to do what you can to assist. I'm not sure that we need a brand new school someplace, but I guess my other concern is, why aren't we looking at the district as an entire district? We seem to, first of all, spend some time talking about the high schools. That was a big thing on the table. And now all of a sudden we're talking about elementary schools. I would think we should be able to come up with one plan that encompasses those needs. And I question the foresight. Where was this thinking a number of years ago? Decline enrollment just didn't happen last night. It happened as the years go through. You look at kindergarten enrollment, so why did it take us so long to get to this point? And so I'm just concerned, and we need an overall plan to fix the district facilities. Well, I think there should be more options, and they should be clear. I don't know, again, if everybody's necessarily sold on building a new school at the Hogan site. And then, again, I don't know, I'm just saying this is a little piecemeal in terms of what's going to happen to Hogan. Where does Hogan go? So how does that fit into the entire picture? And so we get piecemeal type things, and so why don't we have an entire picture what the district can do to be at its best? Well, I think first of all you have to listen to everybody and then come up with what I would refer to as a database decision making. You look at the data and make the best decision you can. And again, going back to your point as far as fighting with each other, I've used this for a lot of things. And this is not my district, it is not your district, this is our district. And what can we do to best help the people in La Crosse learn? I mean, the kids are an important function here, and we need to do the best by them.
Definitely.
So I'm going to go back to the population of La Crosse. I mean, how do we get more people to live in La Crosse and not move out to the suburbs? I serve on the Mayor's Neighborhood Revitalization Committee, and that's exactly what we're doing there. We're talking about how to increase single-family homes in La Crosse so that we get more people living in La Crosse. And if we have more people living in La Crosse, hopefully younger families will stay here and they'll have their kids going to schools here and not moving out to the suburbs. Well, I think we need our advocates as far as constantly talking to our representatives, speaking to candidates that run for government positions, and ask them to see if they can't do something to support schools. I think vast majority of people in Wisconsin or the United States support education, and therefore I think if they see that money is needed and going in the right direction, they will support schools across the board. I also think that if we can increase property values in La Crosse by keeping more housing in La Crosse and so on, that all helps. I think we need to get more money per student. Because of decline enrollment, I think that has to be increased, that has to be taken into account, and so the state has to be sending us more money, and that's not just for La Crosse, it's across the board. And that'll also keep teachers in the district. The teachers in the district have not kept up with a pay increase, and therefore we're losing some quality teachers because of that. I also think that if the referendum was put to the district in terms of referendum to increase spending, I think the people in La Crosse would vote for it. The other thing is, I mentioned it before, and that would be quality. Quality education starts with teachers. I mean, if you have a good teacher, the vast majority of kids in a good quality teacher's classroom are going to learn significantly more than if you're not. And therefore, somehow, I'm going back a ways, but at the same time, there was a time when teachers wanted to come to La Crosse, and now I'm not sure that's true from the people I talk to. And so we have to somehow attract more teachers and keep quality teachers in La Crosse. I really rely on data. I'd like to get as much data as I can to figure out, okay, what's best in this situation. I just have always been that way. Maybe it's my math background or whatever, but data is important, and then it's not a political decision. It's not based on the whims of maybe this group of people or that group of people. It's based on, here is the evidence in front of us, and then we make decisions based on that evidence. I would definitely keep a constant, a temperature as far as what's going on in the community. And look, I think we need to be better at forecasting what's coming down the road. We can't at the last minute say, hey, listen, we got to do this right now. And the other thing I would do is I'd like to bring consensus around what the district needs in terms of its building needs, and not go from high school to elementary school and maybe add in middle schools. There has to be one concept that everybody can buy into. Number one, get as many people to come to meetings or listen on TV or radio, wherever it's streamed to, so that they are up to date on what is being talked about. I know that right now there's this idea that only the president can speak for the board. I question that a little bit. Let's hear from more members of the board. Not everybody speaks with one mind, and so I would maybe look at that particular policy and say, hey, listen, speak to any member, and they should be able to say what's on their mind about board politics. Well, I think I have a great number of experiences in the school district of La Crosse, and I love the district, and I'd like to see it be a quality district and move forward as the best it can, not for me or anybody else, but for the kids in the district. We owe them a good education.